Boulder, Colorado, and Scott Carpenter Park play host to the 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star Game. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Suits Field at Scott Carpenter Park. Ethan Jordan and Jake Shapiro, your usual crew for Boulder Collegians games, alongside you for this All-Star matchup. The teams have been divided into gray and white. The gray team, naturally, taking the field first. The white team up to bat, well, unnaturally, I suppose. Jackson Hewlett, the local Boulder Collegian pitcher, takes the hill for the gray team. Zach Walsh from the Colorado Sox leads things off. 2-2 on Walsh here. The teams divided look like this. The gray team is Game Day, the Pirates, the Denver Pirates, the Boulder Collegians, and the Denver Cougars. The white team's comprised of the Fort Collins Foxes, the Colorado Sox, and the Colorado Rough Riders. The Collegians playing host here. Their team, the gray team, will be the home team. Managed by Mark Cirillo, the manager of the Cougars. Walsh draws a walk.
Batting second, center fielder Jordan McClellan.
As far as things are concerned, lineup-wise in an all-star game, things bound to change around. For the Collegians, or excuse me, for the gray team, depends on what position you're playing when they'll switch. They're going one inning per pitcher, so Hewlett has the first. Then the outfielders are two apiece for each outfield position. Infielders, there will be three of them at each position, so they'll switch off every 2 innings or so. And then there's a total of 5 catchers that'll get some playing time here in this one. So plenty of changes around the infield for that team. As far as the white team's concerned, they'll get some changes. We're not sure exactly how, though they do have a pitcher slated to pitch in each inning. Man at the plate is Jordan McClellan. McClellan getting the start in center field. Big swing and a miss. Breaking ball from Hewlett. He's got a good one. Hewlett from St. Mary's out in California. All the Collegians players wearing those wonderful powder blue jerseys. This one roped into left field. That'll be a base knock from McClellan. Walsh will make the turn at second and head for third. Throw coming in from the outfield is in time to nab him. Nice throw made out there and left from Bailey. And that's the first out.
Pushing the pace already in this all-star game. Going for it all. I love it. Don't make the first or third out at third base. That's the cardinal rule in baseball. But here it's just the all-star game, so why not give it a go?
Figure an all-star arm out there for Bailey in left. Charlie Pila from those Fort Collins Foxes will be the batter now. What a season Fort Collins has had. They finally have a loss thanks to Game Day. But they still are tops in the league. And Pila watches one high from Hewlett. One-0 pitch, in for a strike. Starting lineup looks like this for the white team. You have Pila followed by Tate Whittington, then Clay Lockett, Chase Cracraft, Brian Hessler, Gannon Reswig, and Jeff Vance. Jared Sharp gets the start on the hill. Defense for the gray team. Hewlett on the bump. He has Josiah Scott as his backstop from the Cougars. Turner Davis plays first base from the Boulder Collegians. Hewlett brings it home after checking the runner. Swing and a miss, and Hewlett's got a strikeout here in his all-star appearance. Starts out Charlie Pila, and now Tate Whittington will try and drive in the run. Hayden George from Cougars is at second base. At shortstop is Jace Waitolka from the Pirates. And third base is Logan Bistrup from the Pirates as well. 1-0 pitch. Flown to center. Therefore, it is Shern. He'll make the grab and end the inning. So 1 run given up, or no runs given up on the hill by the man from Boulder, Jackson Hewlett. Third base. Good inning on the mound from Hewlett. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless in from ball game. Pirates as well. 1-0 pitch. Flown to center. Therefore, it is Shern. He'll make the grab. Welcome back to Boulder, Rocky Mountain Baseball League 2019 All-Star Game. Ethan Jordan and Jake Shapiro alongside you for it. Frankie Shern will lead things off, the center fielder for the Denver Cougars. For the gray team, Shern flies one towards center. There to make the grab is the center fielder, McClellan. Jordan McClellan from the Rough Riders. Not only do the teams differentiate themselves with the gray and white pants, but special caps dished out for the All-Stars. Gray team wearing the blue caps with the red brim. The white team wearing the red cap with the blue brim, each with a Colorado C in the center of it.
Pretty good looking at that, too.
And in taking a strike is the second baseman, George. George, a ground ball to his counterpart over there at second. Making the play is Zach Walsh for the second out. So good start on the hill for Jared Sharp from the Fort Collins Foxes. Prior to this game, we had the home run derby. Nick Levensteins of the Rough Riders won that one pretty handily as well, Jake.
I thought Tino Zach was going to get him from Fort Collins, but no dice. The Fort Collins Foxes did take home the Coach's Challenge prior to the game as well. So, of course, Fort Collins, if they're not getting wins, they're coming close this year.
That's right. Only one loss on the season in the regular season, as we're about halfway or so through the regular season in the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. Man at the plate is Jace Waitolka.
Normal shortstop for the Denver Pirates. Saw him play here on Monday.
Collegians got a pair of Collegians got a pair of wins against the Pirates on Monday.
He got the sweep and got back above 500 in league play.
That's right. And that's really what matters, is that league play. We'll try and pull up the standings for you here in a moment. Of course, Fort Collins sits atop it. Logan Bistrop going to be the batter. Another Pirate following his teammate Waitolka. Turner Davis from the Boulder Collegians will wait on deck. Turner was a part of that home run derby. Disappointed the hometown crowd a little bit. Was knocked out in the first round. Had some fun.
Wasn't able to hit a home run.
Well,
he's going to hear about that for a while.
He wasn't the only one, is the good news. 3 guys were unable to put one over the fence. This one fouled away. Nick Levensteins had no problem doing that, though. He had what? 4 in the first round, 4 in the second?
I think he had 3 in the first round, 4 in the second, and then 3 or 4 in the final round. And then we actually went to a swing-off. If you want to watch that, that's actually available online on our archive on the YouTube page.
Foul ball will have Waitolka stroll back to first base. Definitely something to take a look at. Levenstein's wasted no time in that swing off. His first pitch he got in the swing off. Well, not the first pitch he saw. The first pitch he swung at, he put over the right field fence. Both those guys were lefties in that final. That's really where the power alley is here. Is it to left or to right center? Next pitch to Distrup is fouled away. I mean, we've seen Chris Jimenez, who's an all-star for the Boulder Collegians, hit a number of home runs out that way.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Jimenez didn't get the nod. I feel like with only 7 competitors in the home run derby, the home team should have had 2.
Yeah, kind of even it out, make it an even number.
That's what I said. I literally said the same thing.
Matt Jensen behind us saying the same thing, literally.
0-2, popped over the head of the first baseman. And taking charge of the second baseman, Walsh, for the third out. So 2 clean innings on the hill here in the first of this one. Pitchers winning the All-Star game thus far. We're on to the second. Still scoreless here in Boulder.
An empty bottle, my dreams are on delay. I just wanna climb on top of a hill and throw it all away, away. Take me far away before my mind spins off and I am all derailed, derailed. Just drive all the way to the rainbow's end. Just drive, and we'll never turn our backs again. So this is how we end up. The game is set to play. Every day remains the same now. One decision we obey. I just wanna climb on top of a hill and throw it all away, away. Take me far away before my mind spins off and I am all derailed, derailed. Just drive all the way to the rainbow's end. Just drive, and we'll never turn our backs again. Just drive. Just drive. Just drive.
Welcome back to Boulder, where the Collegians host the 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star Game. Scoreless through 1. We're on to the second inning, and a new pitcher on for the gray team. From the Denver Cougars, it's Gary Watkins. Watkins' first pitch is in for a strike.
Ooh, that looked good. I can actually see this. I'm actually watching on the TV, I'm watching off the monitor now, Ethan, not even off of our broadcast, our live eyes, and you can see the strike zone very well.
Ground ball to short. Waitolka deep in the hole, throw to first. Nice pick by Turner Davis, gets the out. So Turner flashing the leather a little bit over there. Will be due up in the next half inning. Chase Kraft will be the batter.
His brother River plays for the Broncos. He went to Washington State University, his brother did, was a really fine wide receiver out there. Great punt returner.
First pitch to Craig Kraft, pop over the third base and caught. Nice play made out there by Waitolka. He came ranging over from shortstop, was able to secure it over his head for the second out.
First baseman, Brian Hessler.
And Brian Hessler will try his luck. Hessler out of Colorado Mesa. That one's outside.
Called a strike, just got that outside corner, Ethan.
And it's interesting that Craig Kraft's brother went to Washington State because there's another pretty fine player from the state of Colorado playing for Washington State now. Max Borgi out of Pomona High School. Ground ball to second.
Borgi had originally committed to CU, too.
Right, and then took his talents up north and west. So that's the final out of this half of the inning. Turner Davis for the Collegians will be back up to bat when we come back. It's the Rocky Mountain Baseball League's 2019 All-Star Game, and it's here in Boulder at Scott Carpenter Park. And one of the hometown Collegians will lead off the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Turner Davis, who gets the start at first base in the game today. Turner, a participant in the Home Run Derby, said he was saving his home run for the game, so we'll see if that actually turns out to be the case.
I say he goes Yabo right here.
He'll face off against Josh Smith from the Rough Riders, left-hander.
Right on left, he needs a ball on the outer half of the plate to take the other way. That's my call with Turner Davis.
And this one misses outside. Prior to the Home Run Derby, he told us his spot was out there to left center field. That is the power alley here. Was unable to hit a home run in the Derby, but as we said, supposedly saving it for the game. 1-1 to him. Got the pitch he was looking for, though maybe a little bit lower in the zone than the one he wanted to drive. Pretty good pitch that time from Smith. Number of Collegians in this All-Star game.
How many to be exact? We got asked on the broadcast.
We got another one added as someone had to drop out, and Connor Kostecka was added to the roster, so that makes it a total of 8 for the Collegians. Pardon me, that's actually 9. I can't count. So 9 total Collegians on the All-Star squad.
active bullpens all game long, too. Most of these guys are just going to throw 1 inning or so.
That's how it's slated here. They already have the pitching lined up. As for the Collegians, looks like Caleb Martinez is going to pitch the 6th inning.
A half an inning with Jake Olafson. They're going to split the
Oh, is that
inning.
what they're doing?
Yeah.
I saw it drawn here. It was kind of both those guys threw on Monday night, and we were told Monday that Martinez would not pitch today, but I guess he got the okay from the coaching staff to go ahead and pitch, and Turner Davis draws a walk.
Nice patience by Turner. I know he wanted the long ball there, but not able to find the pitch to hit out of the yard.
So he's aboard, and that brings up his teammate, Nick Arrivo. Arrivo is deserving as anyone of making this all-star squad. Led the Collegians in most offensive categories for much of the year. Brennan Roselle and Chris Jimenez making their cases to be those leaders as well. Arrivo just a few more at-bats than those guys. Roselle and Jimenez are here today as well, and Arrivo takes a strike. We'll see Roselle in a few innings. He'll play at third. Jimenez, who's normally a catcher, can also play second. We'll see him at the same time at second base. That one's outside. As for the rest of your Collegians All-Stars, we saw Jackson Hewlett already. He pitched the first, worked a clean frame. Hunter Hudson is not slated to play in this one, though he did make the squad. He's here. Threw some BP earlier today. And rather, excuse me, I just didn't see Hudson's name there. He will play at third base to end the game. Hudson, normally a first baseman or catcher. He can play a little bit of third base, though. We'll do that today.
A tiny, tiny bit of third base.
Enough for an all-star game. How about that?
Yes.
3-1 on Arrivo. And Nick one fouls one over our heads. As for Kostecka, he was added last minute, so we'll see if he gets in anywhere today. I'm sure he will. Arrivo flies one towards center. That's over the head of the center fielder and will roll up against the wall. Nick Arrivo stays hot even in the All-Star game. They'll round Turner Davis at third base. Throw to the plate is in time to get him. Nice throw from center field, and Jordan McClellan and a fine relay at shortstop from Clay Lockett get the out.
Some big bear running around third base there. Couldn't quite get the turn as quickly as he wanted to. Rough Riders and Sox combining there to make that play.
So Arrivo has a double, no RBI, and we're still scoreless here in Boulder. Josiah Scott will stand in. Scott is an interesting case. He's starting catching today, but he's also slated to pitch later in the game in the 8th inning. So he can do both. You see a lot of two-way players in this league, or at least a fair amount, but rarely do you see a catcher-pitcher combo. Especially one good enough to catch and pitch in the All-Star game. And Scott takes a strike.
Josiah Scott.
0-1 on Scott. Trying to drive in the first run of the ball game. This one gets away from the catcher, and Arrivo will move up to third. Nick, great speed out there on the base path for the Collegians. And Scott just needs a fly ball to drive him in. Scott will be followed by Game Day's Luke Bailey. Then they've got a couple of guys in as DH and EHs. That's where Connor Kostecka will be, as they've got a 10-man lineup going here.
Me and you were debating on whether or not we should keep the book, and the EH always screws your book.
Yeah, we that's a no for us, as there's going to be a lot of switching out. So the run is driven in. First run of this All-Star game, knocked in as Arrivo crosses the plate. Thanks to the man out there, Shern. in Scott. They have 2 center fielders listed in their lineup instead of the catcher, just a typo. Both of them happen to be from the Cougars.
Did they type out their lineup?
No.
Then it was a righto.
A righto.
See,
They actually did type it out. It is a typo.
See, well, then it was a typo.
They just put the position and which spot they'd be in, and they put the center fielder twice.
A revo, typo, righto,
All the O's. Fortunately, no O in Luke Bailey, but he's at the plate. 1-1 count, no O there either. Unfortunate. There is an O on the scoreboard for the white team right now, though. They lead. It's a 1-0 game in favor of the Grays. This one popped. Nice attempt out there by the first baseman. That's a tough play to make if you're out there, but
looked like a game of Tron out there. It was Reds versus Blues.
Hessler couldn't quite grab it, and it's 1-2. Another Collegian. Connor Costeca waits on deck. One, 2 to Bailey is outside. We will go 9 innings here in this All-Star game today, so we'll have all 9 of them for you. It's a way to get all the pitchers, all the players, plenty of playing time in this exhibition matchup. Ground ball to short. Lockett's got it, and Clay Lockett throws his man out for the 3rd out. But the Gray team strikes for a run. They lead it 1-0. On to the 3rd here in Boulder. All-Star action here from Boulder, Colorado. Rocky Mountain Baseball League's 2019 All-Star Game. Ethan Jordan and Jake Shapiro alongside you for it. Pitching change, J.C. Watney from the Colorado Pirates will come on to pitch. Good news for Watney is he'll be throwing to his own backstop in Brock Johnson, as the catchers are switching out every 2 innings. So Johnson, the new backstop. Rest of the defense is the same. Infielders will change next inning. That one's inside. Gannon Racewig will be the batter, the DH for the white team. White team down by 1. The gray team struck for 1 in their last half inning. It's going to be 8-9-1 for the white team. We'll see Jeff Vance for the first time, catcher for the Whites. Breaking ball missed high from Watney. Watney out of Colorado Christian University. We saw him pitch here on Monday. Pirates came in to face the Collegians. Watney's 3-1. Ground ball to third. His teammate there is Distrup, and Logan Distrup makes the play for out number 1. So a smattering of yellow on the field here with 4 Pirates. Pitcher, catcher, third baseman, and shortstop. Still a pair of your Collegians out there, Turner Davis at first and Nick Arrivo in right. In fact, I believe there will be a Collegian on at least in every inning, as Roselle and Hudson are slated to take over at third base for the rest of the game after this inning. That one's high. Ball 1 to Jeff Vance. Vance from the Fort Collins Foxes. Catcher for those Foxes. Round ball to Turner Davis. He'll flip to Watney for out number 2. It can always be a little tough, the communication between a first baseman and a pitcher who's never played with each other before, but they make it work. And back to the top of the things, and Zach Walsh.
Second baseman, Zach Walsh.
Walsh watches one inside. One outside. One and one to Zach Walsh. And Watney missed high again with the breaking ball. That one over the head of Walsh, and you don't want any of that in an all-star game. Stay away from the dome. Jordan McClellan from the Rough Riders waits on deck here on this 3-1 count. Watney looking for the clean inning. And we'll let one runner on as he walks Walsh. So Zach Walsh down to first base, and another chance for McClellan.
Now batting, center fielder, Jordan McClellan.
And Jordan McClellan takes a strike from Zach Watney. And Watney will rethink this pitch before bringing it home to Jordan McClellan.
It's my time of the game for a lovely Collegians burger.
If you want one of those Collegians burger, come out here to Scott Carpenter Park. The Collegians will be back in action on Friday following the All-Star break right here in Boulder. This one gets away from the catcher, and up to second base goes Zach Walsh. Burgers, brats, dogs, we got it all from the local butcher right here, you could get that one and enjoy a baseball game or two on a Friday night.
And we're going to have a lot more on this Friday night.
Oh, is that beer night?
It is.
Ooh.
Ballpark Beer Fest.
So come out and enjoy a brew as well, or two, or three.
I'm going to go talk to the Sanitas folks, see if I can grab a beer. We've got Sanitas here today, and see if they'll be back here on Friday as well.
1-1 to McClellan. Missed low and inside to Jordan. Watney got the first 2 outs quickly. Just allowed a man on here as the Whites look to tie it up. Two one, pretty good pitch for McClellan to swing at, but he just missed it and pops it over the dugout and out of play. So Watney 1 pitch away from leaving Zach Walsh hanging out at second base. Carter Ackersfeld warms up to get ready for his half inning. If they can get the out here. This one popped up towards us, out of play. So it stays at 2-2 on McClellan. All sorts of festivities going on today surrounding the All-Star game. McClellan's teammate Nick Levensteins won the Home Run Derby. Coach King from the Fort Collins Foxes won the Coaches Challenge. 2-2. Missed in the dirt. If you're wondering what the Coaches Challenge is, coaches, of course, always hitting fungos to their players before games, getting them warmed up, and it's based on that, how well they hit their fungos. So they hit some to the gap in the outfield, some to the backhand and forehand side of their infielders, and the final measure was the old catcher pop-up, which is the most difficult thing to do as a coach hitting fungos. 3-2, and that's ball 4. Coach Danny David Linehan of the Boulder Collegians did not show out in terms of hitting the catcher pop-up. Swung and missed, I believe.
Personally, I never struggled hitting pop-ups. I always hit the pop-ups.
It was the line drives that were tough. I can understand that. Charlie Pila, the batter from Fort Collins, will stand in with runners at first and second.
Now batting, third baseman Charlie Taylor.
Pila having an awesome season thus far, a .405 average. He's hit no home runs, but getting on base at a wonderful clip. Has his fair share of doubles with 8. And Pila watches one low for ball 1. Watney laboring a bit out there on the hill. Just has to get through this inning. Trying to do it while retaining the lead. Pulled the string a little bit on Pila. Charlie was out in front, and he's down to 1-1 now. One missed inside. Here comes Watney with the 2-1. Pila flies it high in the air out towards center. Therefore, it is the center fielder, Shern, and that will end the inning. So Frankie Shern makes the grab, and we are out of the top of the third. Still 1-0 Grays.
All I need is just to live one last night.
Carter Ackersfeld will come on for the white team. Onto the hill, he'll face Connor Kostecka of the hometown Boulder Collegians to begin the bottom of this third inning. 1-0 our score. The Grays leading it. Kostecka's first at-bat of the afternoon and starts him out with a strike. Ethan Jordan, Jake Shapiro alongside you for this 2019 RMBL All-Star Game. And Kostecka watches one towards his shins for ball one.
Connor, the middle infielder for the Collegians.
Big swing and a miss at a pitch he wishes he had back. 1-2.
Wouldn't say it's been a marvelous year for him in the summer, but he's been solid. He's been consistent.
Was added onto this team after another guy was scratched, so it's kind of the first guy out. So getting the chance to play here this afternoon. And foul one back to the screen. Trevor Howard waits on deck. Howard is going to come in for Frankie Schern in center field in the last half inning, and they figure they'll give him the at-bat here as well. Outfielders switching out every 4 innings for the Gray team. Infielders every 3 and catchers every 2. 1-2 on Connor Kostecka. And he's gone on strikes, one after a fastball outside of the zone. Ackerfeld starts out his All-Star afternoon the right way with a strikeout. So here is Trevor Howard from those Game Day Saints down at Double Angel Park in Parker. Rocking the high Game Day socks. They've got custom socks, which those are cool. And watch one outside.
Game Day Saints, Game Day Sox.
The Colorado Sox.
Yeah.
Is where Ackersfeld's is from.
And Carter's not even wearing socks. He's wearing stirrups.
Love that look. This one flown down the right field line. Over is Craig Kraft. He makes the grab for the second out.
We're lucky in baseball. It doesn't matter if your jerseys look the same. You can still play against each other because, you know, you're really not on the field at the same time. These Cougars and Sox jerseys, not the Cougars. I can't even tell whose jerseys they are.
Fort Collins and Colorado.
Foxes and the Sox jerseys are the exact same. The whole infield looks the same right now, but I can assure you there are players on different teams. The first...
Now, hold on. They've mixed it up a little bit here.
Right. First, second, and pitcher are Sox. Catcher, third, and short are Foxes.
Frankie Schern will stand in. So Howard does not come in to replace Schern as he was slated to. Instead, they do go with that 10-man lineup. And that's where Howard was in the 10-hole. So Schern will get another crack at it. Up 1 ball and no strikes. And Frankie fouls it away. Frankie getting the chance to lead off this ball game. He is typically the leadoff hitter for the Denver Cougars. A couple of Collegians slated to come in the next half inning. Well, just one, Brennan Roselle. No, that's 2. Roselle and Jimenez will both come in. The 2 Long Beach State teammates will play third and second respectively. 2-1 pitch.
Yep, we're in the bottom of the third right
is flown towards the right center field gap. Over for it is Craig Kraft. He makes the grab, and it's a clean inning on the hill for Ackersfeld. We'll head to the 4th. Still 1-0 Grays.
Jaden Smith on the hill for the Game Day Saints as we watch the gray and the white of the RMBL duke it out here at Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder, Colorado on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon hosting the All-Star festivities. This is the All-Star game. Earlier today we had the Home Run Derby and a Coach's Challenge. We've got a bunch of people in the yard, including some sponsors of the Collegians that we're happy to have, and we could not have asked for a better day weather-wise. We've had such poor weather here the last few days in the state. 1-1 is the count right now on the batter who is up for the Rough Riders representing that gray team. Or the white team, I'm sorry. The home team is in gray. The white team is in white. Or the road team is in white. You see the confusion in my voice right now. It's because it's against everything classically baseball. 1-2. And a called strike 3 garnered there. Jaden Smith with an All-Star game strikeout and some trouble flipping it around the infield. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The gray team leads the white team 1-0. The gray team is the one where the Boulder Collegians are playing on as they currently throw the ball back and forth across the infield like a bunch of little leaguers. Smith, the lefty, getting ready to deal. The batter is Clay Lockett from the Fort Collins Foxes. Lockett, a right-handed batter, playing for that hot as can be Fort Collins Foxes team. 0-1 pitch from Smith. Curveball misses too far wide. Going for the 0-1 curveball left on right. That's a gutsy pitch. If you're new to our broadcast, this is the Boulder Collegians Broadcast Network. We broadcast every single Boulder Collegians game. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and plenty of other places like Twitch and Periscope. If your son or grandson or something like that is playing in this game, we congratulate you on their good summer thus far. Smith's pitch misses, and it's 2-1. And Lockett watches it outside. It's 3-1. 1 hit on each side thus far as we enter the top of the 4th here. It's been a pitcher's duel that has featured a lot of pitchers because that's how all-star games work. 3-1 from Smith, and Lockett swings and misses as he ripped through that one. His teammate Tino Zach would be proud as we saw Tino Zach just fire away, swing after swing in the home run derby. Not much patience for Tino. I think he was the only one that, with 10 outs in a home run derby, saw less than 30 pitches. 3-2, 1 out. It's up the elevator shaft. Might be playable here for the Pirates catcher, and it is. So out number 2 as the gray team continues to throw the ball around the infield poorly on all of their after-out plays. They're just going to throw it back to the pitcher and call it a day. Good job, guys. So we've got 2 outs as Jace Craycroft steps up to the plate. Craycroft, left-handed batter facing the lefty Smith. And it's the top of the 4th with 2 outs, and first pitch swinging over to the right side. Diving play over there at first base, but unable to make the stop, and we will see another batter this inning.
Now batting first baseman, Brian.
Brings up the first baseman, Brian Hessler, from the Colorado Sox. That do not wear socks, they wear stirrups. I guess they do wear socks, but they wear stirrups on top of their socks. I like the stirrup because it's like a sweater vest for your foot. Left on left. And the pitch misses just a bit wide from Smith. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-0. It's 2 outs in the top of the fourth, 1-0. The home team, the gray side, is leading the white 1-0. The Collegians are part of that home team that's out there in the field right now. (2-0), and it just misses high. Collegians have hosted this All-Star game several times since 2012. Last year it was in Sterling. 3-0, and swinging and missing, trying to get himself another opportunity perhaps for a pitch is Brian Hessler. Who wants to walk in an All-Star game? Smith's 3-1. Runner takes off for second, swings through it. The runner is safe out there at second as Craycraft will slide into second base safely. We'll have a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Perhaps he'll get a big jump again off of second base. Smith's 3-2. Swinging and not able to hold up is Hessler as he tried to check, and we're on to the bottom of the fourth. Collegians and the gray team at bat when we come back. They lead 1-0 right here on the Boulder Collegians Broadcast Network. Back here in Boulder, Colorado, as Chris Jimenez, the Boulder Collegians catcher, strides in. Team leader in home runs, grounds it over the left side. Third baseman on one hop over to first, and no problem, so I won't be able to tell you much about Chris Jimenez. That'll bring up a Denver Cougar. Hit over to the left side. 2 pitches, 2 swings, and this is a single the fourth hit of the ball game, second for the gray team, as they've got one runner on with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring up Boulder Collegians shortstop, Brennan Roselle.
Now batting, infielder Brennan Roselle.
Who just batted?
We have no idea. We don't have any numbers.
Good lead off of first base. Roselle watches a ball here for the first pitch. Do we know who's pitching?
Yeah.
Ford Collins Fox is out there. The pitcher. That's Jared Parenti. Parenti pitched out at Double Angel Field a couple days ago. First loss of the year for the Ford Collins Foxes was that game. He's had a very, very good summer. Parenti from Baker University. 2-0 pitch from him almost tags Brandon Roselle, and it'll be 3-0. Called strike on 3-0 as Parenti's able to find the strike zone. A lot of people have made the drive from all across the Front Range for this one. Scott Carpenter Park playing host. The 3-1 to Roselle, and he'll walk.
Now batting, first baseman John Strauss.
I'll bring up John Strotz from the Pirates. Strotz watches strike one from Parenti. And a ball that just misses high. One and one with one out. Runners on first and second. Best chance for the road team or the home team that's in gray today. Hit over to the left side off the bat of that Pirate and hauled in by the left fielder. That's out number 2.
Now batting for your Collegians, Nick.
And I'll bring up Nick Arrivo. Arrivo, who's almost led the Collegians in pretty much everything offensively this year. Switched around from corner outfield spot to corner outfield spot. Watches ball 1. One 1-0 to Nick. Called a strike. Playing college ball in Arizona. Back in Boulder this summer. His dad now lives here. Didn't grow up here, but I'm assuming he loves it. Swings and misses there, and it's 1-2. Told me earlier today that he went into a local Boulder establishment, pretty popular, half-fast subs. Had his first sandwich from there, had a roast beef type sandwich, a badonk-a-donk, and he was really happy to have that. It's a Boulder staple as he swings and misses, and that's the third out of the inning. So a rally started, and a rally goes by the wayside as Jared Parenti works out of the own jam on the field that he had caused. So 1-0 is the score. We go to the top of the 5th. The road team, sorry, I've done that a million times. The gray team, that is home, is leading. That'll bring up Gannon Risewing to the plate.
Gannon Rising.
He'll lead off the top of the 5th inning here in the 2019 RMBL All-Star Game between the Grays and the Whites. The Sox are part of this white team. 7 teams in the RMBL, so lots of players from every single team. This is Jeremiah Scott on the mound. The righty deals and misses low for his first pitch of the inning. Scott working out of the stretch, even with nobody on base here to start the inning. Kicks and delivers. It's hit foul to the right side. Those Cougars jerseys, well, you can barely see them. It's hard to make out. Looks just like a floating head and some pants. Kind of blend into everything else. Can't tell what's really going on there. 1-0. And Scott misses a bit wide. There was a camo joke if you didn't see it right there. There's another camo joke right there. If you were wondering, Ethan is not here. He's having lunch. 2-1, and it's called a strike as Scott finds the strike zone once more. First called strike so far. Risewing does a little pitching for the Sox as well. Right on right, 2-2 from Scott. Grounded over to the left side. That's a tough play for the Collegians' third baseman. Over to first, and that is out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So that Boulder chop was taken care of by the player with some experience. That was Brendan Roselle at third base. And you have to have some experience to know how that Scott Carpenter Park left side works, and he's making fun of himself right there as he falls back saying, I don't know where that was going to go. Brings up the catcher, Jeff Vance. Plays for the Colorado Sox as well. Fouled back to the screen off of the first pitch from Jeremiah Scott. So Scott with the ground out to third base. Now facing his second batter. About 1 pitcher per inning. 0-1, and Vance watches it for a ball.
Yeah, that 1 pitcher per inning thing is really making it tough on these batters. Don't really get a chance to get a read on a guy. Arms are always fresh. Part of the reason we're still at 1-0.
Ooh. And Vance takes one on the shoulder. He'll walk to first base.
Now batting, Nick Schiffner.
And that'll bring up Nick Schiffner. Nick joined us earlier on the broadcast.
Yeah, he was with us for Nick Levenstein's first 2 rounds of the Home Run Derby. Nick, of course, won that in a swing-off.
Nick didn't. Levenstein. Oh, Nick, because they're both Nicks. Yeah.
According to Schiffner, part of it was his advice.
And he gets hit by a pitch as well as Jeremiah Scott looking to make some new enemies, it seems like.
Yeah, next time the Rough Riders and the Sox play the Cougars, it's on, I guess. I don't know.
Now batting, Tanner Gardner.
So Scott's first pitch here, it's a called fastball for a strike.
Tanner Gardner, the batter from the Sox. Big chance here to even this one up. Guy that's been struggling to find the zone.
Gardner hits it over to the second baseman. On to short for 1. On to first, and that's a double play. Another rally goes by the wayside. This time it's for the white team as we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0. The Grays lead the Whites here in the 2019 RMBL All-Star Game.
2019 RMBL All-Star Game here from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder, Colorado. Welcome back in, everybody. Ethan Jordan and Jake Shapiro alongside you for this one. 1-0. The gray team leads the white team here. If you're just joining us, just to remind you, the white team is comprised of the Fort Collins Foxes, the Colorado Sox, and the Colorado Rough Riders. The grays being the Game Day Saints, the Boulder Collegians, the Denver Pirates, and the Denver Cougars. On to pitch for the whites is Jonathan Allen from the Rough Riders. An oddity for Allen here today, as he will pitch 2 innings. Slated to pitch a pair in the middle of this ball game. Every other pitcher just throwing 1. Allen's 0-1 missed outside. Allen's next offering is fouled away. What's that? Oh, well. So 1-2 here. Jonathan Allen, the pitcher. Allen, the slow kick in, strikes him out. Nice pitch from Allen. Fastball on the outside. Corner froze him for the first out.
This one's so hazy. It's so dreamy. Looks like we're in a haze.
I played Little League with this kid.
Henry Ryan, the batter now.
I was playing a Little League.
And he takes one low. Ryan from around these parts played for the North Boulder Little League.
Stars. Good shortstop.
1-0 pitch is outside and low.
Struggled with arm injuries growing up. Dislocated his shoulder.
And Henry watches one inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Drew dealt with some arm injuries growing up, but now playing at the college level. 3-0 count on him here. Pitch on the way towards first. Levensteins grabs it, but it's foul. So it'll be 3-1.
Jackson left, I think.
Jackson
Hewlett?
Hewlett? Oh, yeah. I heard that earlier that he left.
Yeah, and the other person you said might be good is Turner, and Turner is having a hell of a time in the dugout, so I don't think we're grabbing him away.
We may get a player later on, maybe after Caleb Martinez pitches. He'll be nice enough to join us.
I did do something, though, while I was away.
Uh-oh. 3-1. Back up the middle. Played behind the bag by the shortstop. Throw to first is not in time, and Henry beats it out.
Well, I talked to our lovely friends over at Sanitas Brewing Company because this game is one of our beer games that is sponsored by Sanitas Brewery, and I assume they'll be here Friday as well. Anyways, they want this to be the Sanitas Everyday Mountain Lager, bottom of the 5th. So if you're at the bottom of your 5th, it's time for an Everyday Mountain Lager for your next drink. Sanitas Brewing Company, Everyday Mountain Lager. And I'm going to have one now.
Outstanding. We now have the bottom of the 5th can continue, and we now have a sponsor for it.
Yes.
In some senses of it. Pitch missed high there.
It's a little bright, but
Don't know.
Okay. Runner takes off, 1-0 pitch, grounded back up the hole, and the steal creates a hole in order for that ball to go through. And at third base now goes Henry.
The rare hit and run in an all-star game.
Now batting.
The Grays trying to extend this lead. They lead it 1-0.
not only are you sifting through the roster trying to find who's ever up to bat, but it's impossible to see his jersey numbers behind the camo.
Yeah, I don't know about the black numerals on the black and white camo.
They're really going for the "you can't see us." I think this is Darren Wood. Oh no, this is Eric.
It's Darren
Wood. Okay, there you go.
Not listed under this number on the roster, so who knows?
He is on this roster.
And he takes one high here. Did he go around? No, he did not. It's 1-1.
Brant's looking at us like we're idiots. We are. That's why we talk for a living.
Yeah.
Everyone loves to hear an idiot ramble.
We just try and be lovable idiots.
Yeah. Brant coming in here with logical solutions to stupid problems.
I definitely wasn't looking at the wrong rosters. There's a strike. First and third, one away. 1-0 lead for the Grays in what's been a well-pitched game so far. The best chance for the Grays to score, I think, will be against Allen. And indeed, they will get one run against him. And to score is Henry, and it is 2-0 in favor of the Blue and Grays. I say that about Allen because Jonathan Allen is slated to pitch 2 innings here today. He'll be the only guy to do that. So maybe get a better read on him.
He's going to be Allen longer than any of the other pitchers.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I went back to that.
Another Cougar standing in here. And this one is grounded foul. So Darren Wood still up to the bat. 2-2 on him. 1 run already in and a runner at second.
It's been a productive Sanitas Brewing Company Happy Mountain Lager.
How is that happening?
Bottom of the fifth.
How is that Mountain Lager?
Everyday Mountain Lager. It's a beer for every day.
Strike 3 called from Allen as he pumps in a fastball. Wood decided not to offer at it, and he's gone on strikes.
Bring up another game day Saint with Chris Jimenez batting next. It's pretty good. I'm a fan.
That Saint at the plate is Trevor Howard.
My favorite thing is that there's a Colorado logo on it, and as most Coloradans would tell you, they're, I can't say this word on a broadcast, but they're more susceptible for anything with a Colorado logo on it, I'll put it that way.
I can confirm this theory.
Yeah. Our GM's shoes, the president of the Collegians, Matt Jensen, is just gigantic. I don't even know how he got them. They're just Colorado flag shoes, more or less.
Which are outstanding. And these hats they're wearing in these All-Star games, we're having intel from our runner-in-chief, Brant, that these are from the Boulder, these shoes, supposedly.
Well, they're obviously from the Boulder, but I was trying to make a cool story of it.
Oh.
I was white lying to the audience.
Oh, okay. You've been exposed, Jake.
I have been. I've been had.
The 1-2 pitch called. Strike 3. A pair of strikeouts for Allen to end the inning. He'll mosey on back to the dugout, and we will mosey on to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Grays. Another Boulder Collegian on to pitch here. It's Jake Olafson as he takes over on the hill. We should see a pair of Collegians throw it here in this inning as Olafson and Caleb Martinez decided to split this 6th inning between them. Olafson will start against Clay Lockett from the Fort Collins Foxes, and Lockett takes a strike. Olafson and Martinez pitched on Monday. Martinez started that game. Olafson came on in relief and, in fact, closed out the second game against the Pirates on Monday. 0-2 here to Lockett.
Sorry.
No, that's on me.
White's looking to put something on the board here. They're down 2-0. And Lockett will ground one to third. Brennan Roselle there for it. Roselle throws him out. Well, the Collegian induces the ground out, and another Collegian takes care of it for the first one.
I mean, rarely do you see a pitcher looking over his shoulder to the bullpen to see if he's going to be replaced after a 3-pitch ground out, but there he is because they decided to split the inning.
So it appears that Olafson will at least have one more batter, maybe one more out. Who knows?
It's mine. It was mine. I mean, it's stale now.
Baby's teeth on some stale babies.
Really? Did you see what I got?
And the pitch popped over second base. Jimenez ranging out, turning around, and coming in to make the catch is the Pirates outfielder. Nice diving play out there. And Jimenez says, "Thank you very much. I never would have gotten to that one. He was way far out there." And a fine play records the second out.
Here comes Martinez.
And here comes Mark Goodman out of that third base dugout. He will replace Jake Olafson, who 2 batters, 2 outs. Not bad work out there on the hill, but here comes Caleb Martinez out of the bullpen to close out this 6th inning. So it's good news for Caleb, as he was slated not even to pitch today after starting the game on Monday, just the short rest. Nothing, not a knock against him, but they're at least going to give him one out, give him a chance to appear in this all-star game. So that's terrific. Martinez comes on, and this is huge for Martinez as he was a member of the youth team for Boulder and became the first player this year to be a member of both the youth and the regular Collegians club, and has made the All-Star game and making his appearance here in the 6th.
Jimenez out there at second base making fun of himself for how he went after that fly ball.
Yeah, he was bailed out a little bit out there by Kurt Dunaway of the Pirates, who made a nice diving play. Jimenez not typically a second baseman. He can do it, but he's normally a catcher.
No, a testy play for him.
Martinez just finishing getting loose out there. Caleb from Longmont, Colorado originally. Martinez will be tasked with facing off against Brett Erickson from the Fort Collins Foxes.
Former Collegian Brett Erickson to you, Ethan Jordan.
That's right, and he has torched his former team this year and does it again against Martinez as he lines one over the head of Roselle into left field for a base knock. He's going to try for 2. Throw coming in from left is not in time. Erickson declined to slide. Jimenez thought he had him on the sweep around tag, but Brett is in with a double. Would have been in easily with the slide, but decided to make things interesting. So he'll be followed up by his teammate Tino Zach. Zach met with Nick Levensteins in the final of the Home Run Derby, and Nick kind of went off in those final couple rounds and knocked out Zach, who was the top guy in the first round. And Tino takes one high.
So Martinez trying to work out of a jam, pitched Monday, and I assume he'll pitch Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So short rest for Caleb.
Yeah, preferably Sunday in the Collegians' eyes. And Zach lines this one down the right field line. It's a foul ball. They'll see Tino Zach on Sunday, will the Collegians, as they travel up to Fort Collins to play one game against the Foxes. There's a doubleheader here on Friday and Saturday as well, and then up in Fort Collins on Sunday. Actually, Saturday is a single game.
Yeah. That's weird.
And swing and a miss from Zach. He's down 1-2. Yeah, that's always a little weird. We typically see a doubleheader on Saturdays, but just the lone game. Will you be here Saturday, Jake?
I will be. That's the plan. We'll see if that
Awesome.
happens.
1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, maybe a changeup that didn't do much and stayed way high.
Going to the Rockies game tomorrow and Sunday against the Dodgers, and probably Tuesday and Wednesday against the Astros.
Thought about grabbing tickets. I'm not a member of the press like you, so I have to pay to get into those.
I don't remember the last baseball game I paid to go to.
Yeah, but
It's great.
The tickets are a little exorbitant for those
Really?
Astros and Dodgers games. They're heavy. Yeah,
I could probably get you tickets. You can see what I can do.
I would appreciate it.
Yep.
1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and another breaking ball that didn't come out of the hand the way Martinez wanted it, and it's 2-2.
So I guess I'm not going to Fort Collins with you on Sunday. I just figured out because I have to go to the Rockies game.
Well, working man. We'll still have the broadcast for you from Fort Collins. And the 2-2 got just a piece of it, did Zach. Stays alive.
Rapids game Friday, too, so
Ooh.
you're going to be more or less alone for the Beer Fest on Friday, which is our biggest event of the summer, but should be a great time, and I'll be here for the pregame part of it, so we'll have a good time.
I knew you weren't going to miss Beer Fest entirely.
No, couldn't.
3-2 to first. Up with it there is the Pirates' first baseman. And taking it to the bag himself is Strotz for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0. Great.
You could say Queen is spinning.
Chris Jimenez will stand in to lead off the 6th inning. Another Collegian swinging it here in Boulder. Chris was...
My God, you're talking about Chris. I don't care. What just happened in between the innings was marvelous.
Quinn Jamison, member of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism down in Arizona at Arizona State.
Boulder High grad, Quinn Jamison, and
That's right.
current worker of Inside the Seams, Tracy Ringolsby's Rockies blog, was in the Dizzy Bat race, and he took one of the hardest spills I've ever seen.
The man running against him also took a bit of a spill as well.
Did we get that on video, guys?
Absolutely we did.
We did?
We were just watching the replay before we came back.
Oh, I gotta watch the replay myself.
as we pull up that wonderful piece of video.
Quinn was in black for those that want to go back about 30 seconds and watch it.
Outstanding stuff. I'll take credit for that. I told our on-field host, Lily, to grab Quinn and put him down there. Attaboy, Quinn. 2-1 here to Jimenez. Are you trying to get him up here? We're going to try and get Quinn Jamison up here in the booth with us because that would be awesome. 3-1 pitch, and that's ball 4. So Jimenez draws the walk.
Come up here.
Now batting, Jackson Gordon.
Jackson Gordon will stand in as we get Quinn Jamison up into the booth. We thought we'd interview a player, but instead we're interviewing a man from the Dizzy Bat Race. Which, well...
Minor League Baseball, my guy.
Yes, sir.
That was outstanding, dude. You like that slide into
It was nice. After the spill, yeah. So, Quinn, take us through what we just witnessed.
He's still breathing.
Sorry,
hard.
I'm anaerobic right now.
Okay, but let's hear your opinion first, and then we'll take you through the video.
You know, what I saw out there was just maximum effort from both myself and Tyler. And that's what you love to see. Beautiful summer night here at Scott Carpenter. Some great baseball.
You are bleeding.
I'm bleeding in multiple places, but I have a free T-shirt, so I'll say it was worth it.
Okay, well, we have the video right here, so I want you to take us through the video. So here's the start of the spinning.
Spinning looks good. Both of us starting to lose it right about here. This is when we realized, wow, we're actually kind of dizzy. Now we're approaching the end here, and then this is going to be spill number 1 for both of us.
You started spilling right when you were spinning already. And then here you go.
2 terrible falls. I run to first, slide in, on the way back, have it in the bag. The track background really coming in handy there. And I get that free T-shirt. Just a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears is all it took.
So congratulations on the free T-shirt. That's big time, representing your hometown Boulder Collegians. I did want to plug your work when you're not being a fool doing the Dizzy Bat Race, which is on Inside the Seams, which is part of Tracy Ringolsby's blog. Doing a great job covering the Rockies this summer so far. Glad to have another Boulder High guy in the Rockies press box. Looking forward to this series with the Dodgers as well. Is it possible for the Dodgers to walk off the Rockies at Coors Field? I know by Major League rule it's not possible, but it seems like
it's not technically possible. But if last week is any indication, the 3 consecutive walk-offs, I'm a little nervous. But you know, the Rockies, they won this series in San Francisco.
I would hope so.
And as us Rockies supporters would hope. And I think that it'll be a little bit better luck for the Blake Street Ballers this time around against the Dodgers.
How you enjoying this down here, the Arapahoe Ballers?
I love coming down to Scott Carpenter. I mean, this is where my high school played, home of the Collegians. Fantastic. One of my good buddies, Henry Ryan, he's on the Parker Saints, or I don't know.
Game Day Saints,
Game Day Saints from Parker. So just out here to support and have a great time. Thanks for having me on the broadcast.
Yeah, Quinn.
Definitely.
I kept telling you to come up. We'd have you on.
Yeah, I'm here now. I'll definitely come to a couple more games this summer, but I think I've retired from the Dizzy Bat Race.
Well, you went out a champion, and I'll let you leave the broadcast with some more pride because we got a big spot here on the base paths here in the bottom of the 6th. Ethan, first and second with no outs.
Yeah, the Grays up 2-0, Jake. Thanks to Quinn Jamison for stopping by. And the Grays have a chance to add on here. Brendan Roselle of the Collegians is up at the plate. Chris Jimenez drew a walk. He's at first. So Roselle trying to drive in his teammate from both these Collegians and Long Beach State. And Roselle takes a strike. We said it earlier that Jonathan Allen, this guy would be the guy to go after if you're the Grays, as he's pitching 2 innings. There's a way to cap just clips of YouTube. I'm going to cap that, and I'm going to keep that forever.
So here you go.
Absolutely.
There is no time on it because it's live.
So 3-2. Once it's on YouTube for real, I'll cap it and I'll send it to you guys.
See, here's Giphy. So you just press record on Giphy.
3-2 to Roselle. Allen checks his runners and missed inside, ball 4. So Roselle draws the free pass. And it will be up to John Strotz of the Pirates to add on these insurance runs with the bases loaded and still no one away. Dick Orcutt, the coach of the Sox, who is managing this white team today, will go get the ball from Allen. So Allen does not work 2 complete. In fact, in the record book, he only works 1, as he was unable to get an out here in the 6th, and leaves with the bases loaded. So no new pitcher coming on here. We will introduce you to him when we come back here on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Bases juiced for John Strotz. 2-0. The Grays lead it here in this 2019 RMBL All-Star Game. Looking to add on a few here. And Strotz watches one outside from the new pitcher. From the Fort Collins Foxes, it's Jake Tomchek. May see Jake on Sunday. Who knows? 1-0 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Update from the College World Series going on right now. Vanderbilt leads Michigan 7-1 in the top of the 8th. So Vandy looking to claim yet another NCAA title. Michigan won game 1 of that series, but then Vandy won game 2, and they're ahead big in game 3. Ball gets away from the catchers, from the catcher. None of the runners moving up here as Jimenez stays put at third. Gets a little bit of chirp from his teammates for staying there. Tomchek coming into the toughest spot a reliever can. Bases juice, no one away. This 2-1 is popped foul.
You should also do a free burger. Follow us on Twitter and answer our trivia question. Then you get a t-shirt.
What is our trivia question?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Say the question out loud.
2-2 count. Bases loaded, no one away. Big pitch coming here for Tomchek. Lefty kicks and delivers. Flown down the right field line. This one will stay fair. 1 run is in. Jimenez crosses the plate. 2 runs will score. Roselle up to third. It's an RBI double. And now a 4-0 lead for the home team.
That's that big knock we've been waiting for all game.
John Strotz delivers it here in the 6th inning. And the Grays continue to show out offensively as opposed to the opposite side.
Which Rocky homered in 2008 also.
Good question. I don't know.
Which Rocky homered in 2008
No, I got it. I got one. I'll come up with one.
0-1 count here.
2007, 2008.
0-1 pitch. And breaking ball, the missed high. Roselle at third. Second is John Strotz. His teammate trying to drive him in here. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball blown by him. Levenstein's in on the cut of the grass. Looks to go home with it. Despite there being no runner at first. And that one misses high.
Somebody like hacked it or something and was like, tell us your favorite ice cream flavor or something.
And the 2-2 missed low. 3-2.
Look at all the replies to the tweet below. Not that tweet. The one under. Everyone like commented and they were like, no. Unless they tweeted it. No.
3-2 pitch. Missed low, ball 4.
I mean, that was a joke.
That's great.
Now batting, catcher Bailey Seager.
So the bases are once again loaded here for the gray team, and Bailey Seeger will be the batter. Seeger, the catcher for the Game Day Saints. Trying to extend this lead for the gray team, and he takes a strike. Game Day Saint Jordan Gessling looking to come on to pitch after this half inning concludes. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. He went after a fastball high and out of the zone. He'll be followed by Henry Ryan, another Saint. Oh, 2. Slapped down the right field line, and this one will drift foul. 2019 RMBL All-Star Game here from Scott Carpenter Park in Boulder. Collegians happy to host this matchup today. All the festivities along with it. 0-2 on Seeger. Tomczyk delivers a breaking ball that's fouled away. This RMBL All-Star Game marks about the halfway point of the season for the league. A little bit of a break as well. It was supposed to be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday the players had off, but with the rain on Saturday, Collegians played Monday. But they have Thursday off tomorrow and then resume their regularly scheduled play. This one flown out towards center. Out there to make the catch. Center fielder, but one run will come in to score. Roselle crosses home plate on the sac fly, and it's 5-0 Grays.
Now batting,
Now Quinn Jameson's friend Henry Ryan has a chance to drive in a run. First pitch to Ryan, fouled right back to the screen. Collegians resume play on Friday, right here at Scott Carpenter Park. Come on out. I believe first pitch is at 5:30. A doubleheader. Collegian waits on deck in Kosteka may not get a chance to bat as this one's tailor-made for a double play. Nick to Nick there on the return throw from second. The two Rough Riders connect to wrap that one up 6-4-3. And it is 5-0 as Henry Ryan grounds into the double play to end the inning. We'll take a break. 7th inning on the way here from Boulder.
Trivia time here at the ballpark. Here's what you need to do, and you can win one of these snazzy Boulder Collegians RMBL All-Star hats. You see the team in the first base dugout wearing them, they're red. Follow us on Twitter at BOCO Collegians and reply with the correct answer. Only people that follow us will be able to be in the contest to win the hat. You ready for the question? Most wins by a pitcher in Major League All-Star Game history. Most wins by a pitcher, Major League All-Star Game history. How many wins? Which pitcher? Tweet at us the answer, BOCO Collegians.
Nick Levensteins will lead things off in the inning for the white team. They're down 5-0 as we move on to the 7th here from Boulder. Jordan Gessling comes on to pitch for the Grays. Gessling from the Game Day Saints. And Jordan delivers one outside for ball 1. Levensteins, I believe his second at-bat of the evening. Gets one in on the hands and pops it towards third. Therefore, it is Brennan Roselle, and that'll be the first out. And rather, that's Hunter Hudson out there wearing the Collegians baby blue. Hudson taking over at third base despite having played no third base yet this season. That'll happen in an all-star game, trying to get everyone playing time.
Now batting, Michael Orvines.
So on a line down the right field line will get out of play. Hitter is Michael Oyervides. Oyervides, the man from Colorado Sox. Oyervides takes one low, ball 1. We had a trivia question here earlier at the ballpark, the 1-1 pitch, missed tie, 2-1. And being the all-star game today, our trivia question of the day is which pitcher has the most all-star game wins? And the 2-1 is over the head of the hitter Oyervides, and ball 3. I have a couple of guesses. I'm guessing neither are right. But we'll wait to share the trivia question until we have it answered correctly here at the ballpark.
We've had it answered
did?
correctly.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
By 2 people already, actually.
Oh, Nick Levenstein's dad, Chris, answering the question.
And Nick Arrivo's dad. Steven, something in the Knicks.
This one fouled away down the right field line. I would not have gotten Lefty Gomez. That's the answer, by the way.
Cool Lefty Gomez story, actually. Lefty was the inspiration for Bing Russell to get into baseball. And you might be saying, who's Bing Russell? And Bing Russell was actually the gentleman who founded the Portland Mavericks, the last independent baseball league independent baseball team that was in affiliated Major League Minor League Ball. And Bing's son is Kurt Russell,
Yep.
who played minor league baseball and, of course, is the famous actor. Bing was a famous actor as well.
I believe there's a documentary about that team on some viewing platform
Netflix.
somewhere.
It's the Battered Bastards of Baseball. It's a great documentary.
I can't hear you.
1-0 pitch in for a strike. Gessling trying to work a 1-2-3 frame here in the 7th. No one fouled away.
You got the 7-minute stretch ready to go.
2-1. Or 1-2, pardon me. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt. Now we've got 2 balls on the scoreboard, 2-2. And strike 3 called. As Caleb Schaefer is punched out. 5-0. It's stretch time here in Boulder. We'll be right back. Grays up, 5-0.
All right, it's stretch time here in Boulder, Colorado. Let's hear you sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Are you ready? Hey, organist. Take me out to the ball game. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. Root, root, root. RMBL All-Stars. For a 1, 2. All right, everybody, let's get some runs. Both sides of the piece. Let's get some runs. Now batting for the Boulder Collegians, Connor Kostecka.
Connor Kostecka will lead off the bottom of the 7th for the hometown Gray team. Kostecka, part of the hometown Boulder Collegians, getting slotted into this all-star game. He's got a number of at-bats in that DH role. And Connor takes one high for ball 1. Gray team up 5-0. 7th inning of play here from Boulder. Ethan Jordan and Jake Shapiro alongside you for this all-star game. Swing and a miss from Kostecka. It's 1-1. That one missed outside. 2-1. Jake Tomczyk's back to work on the mound here. He came in relief of Allen in the last half inning, getting his slated inning of work in right here. It's 2-1 pitch. And Kostecka hits it a mile high towards first base. And making the tough play out there is the first baseman from the Sox. Nice grab. It's Michael Oyervides making the catch. Nice play by Oyervides. So one retired here in this half inning. That one back to the screen. The pitch is called a strike. I believe that's Brock Johnson of the Pirates up there right now. And another strike fired in. And that one's high. 2-2 now. Two pitch from Tomchek is outside. RMBL All-Star game, 5-0. The Grays lead it. The Grays comprised of the Game Day Saints, the Boulder Collegians, the Denver Pirates, and the Denver Cougars. And the 3-2 is in on the hands and fouled away. Josiah Scott is slated to come on and pitch the top of the 8th for the Grays. Started behind the plate. Ground ball to third. Up with it over there. But in first, and it's in time to get him. Nice throw made over there by the third baseman. And Johnson is retired.
Now batting Trevor Howard.
So back to the top of the order for the team dressed in gray. And Trevor Howard will be the batter. Howard, the Game Day Saint, ready. And takes a strike. And there's strike 2 to Howard. Drew Sackett waits on deck, hoping to get a chance to hit here. 0-2, missed high. So good work on the hill thus far from the Fort Collins Foxes man, Jake Tomchek. He had to throw a little more than he expected today, but doing a nice job of it. 1-2 pitch. And that's outside. Two swing and a miss. That will end the inning. So good work on the mound from Jake Tomchek. We are on to the 8th inning. Still 5-0 Grays.
Giddy up, giddy up.
Here we go.
the question was, who has the most wins in Major League All-Star Game history? The answer, Lefty Gomez with 3. The winner of that was Steven Aribo, Nick Aribo's father. You get a hat if you want it. You gonna come to me or am I coming to you? All right. Congrats, Nick Aribo's dad. And congrats to your son for making the game.
Josiah Scott comes on to pitch here for the home team in gray. As they look to finish off a All-Star game. They lead 5-0 the 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star game. Nick Schiffner will be the first man to face Scott. And Schiffner takes one high for ball 1. The 1-0 offering, swing and a miss. Perfect. 1-1. Broke his bat, shatters in half. He may get a hit out of it anyway, but no, a fine play out there at second base. Making the play there is Sackett, and that'll be the first out. So Schiffner loses his lumber. Nearly was able to beat it out for a knock, but he's retired on a nice play from Sackett. One away here in the 8th, and the pitch flown high down the left field line. This one is going to drift foul. Next offering, missed high. Scott delivers and missed inside again. 2 balls and a strike. 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star Game. Brought to you here from Scott Carpenter Park.
Brought to you by Sanitas Brewing Company. Everyday mountain lager.
That one runs inside, gets a piece of the batter. And you never want to see that in an All-Star game. No intention to the beanball. You want to keep it as far away from that as possible. Clay Lockett will stand in now after the beanball. Good news for the Whites, they have a man aboard. They look to at least not be shut out here tonight as they trail at 5-0. And this one right in on the inside part of the plate. Nice pitch from Scott.
Big long, but it's not wide. Well, I mean, I was just trying to.
0-1. Runner takes off. Throw down to second base, not in time, and it's a stolen base after the hit by pitch. I think that's Tanner Gardner out there who swiped the bag.
7th inning script down.
Couple checks on the runner. 0-2 pitch is low and outside. Heard Jake mention earlier that everyday mountain lager from Facinitas Brewing Company. You want to check out that as well as a lot of other beers. Come on out to the ballpark Friday night. It's beer night here with the Boulder Collegians. We'll have plenty of different brews for you to try out while you take in a couple of ball games on a Friday night. Not a bad way to start your weekend. This one's in the dirt. Two and two count to Jake Lockett. Or Clay Lockett, pardon me. Two from Scott. Now back to the screen. Halfway point here of the Rocky Mountain Baseball League season. The season will round out with a playoff tournament towards the end of July. I believe that starts July the 19th. This one gets by the catcher. Runner's going to move up to third base. It's now a chance for Lockett to drive in that first run with just a fly ball here. Another pass ball would do it as well. And Coach Cirillo is going to come get his pitcher. So that will do it today for Scott. And Cirillo has already signaled to the bullpen. Oh, it looked like he was signaling out there, but no one's come running in yet. He certainly raised the hand, tapped it, but now he points it out that way. And here we go. Here comes the change. So into pitch here comes Aaron Hammond. Aaron Hammond will be the new pitcher. We'll get you all introduced with him when we come back. 5-0 Grays, 8th inning of the Rocky Mountain Baseball League's 2019 All-Star Game here on the Collegians Broadcast Network.
Now pitching Aaron Hammond.
Clay Lockett back in, and to face him now is Aaron Hammond, who's out of the bullpen from the Game Day Saints. So Hammond will be tasked with getting 5 outs here in this ball game. Big swing and a miss. Because I don't think they have another pitcher. Well, they're sending someone to go get warmed up now. I'm not sure who that is. They didn't have another pitcher slated to pitch. So maybe a position player. Someone from the Cougars is getting loose. Good luck reading their number from here. Actually, might have a line on that for you. I spoke too soon. We'll let you know who's in the bullpen in just a moment. Pitch is fouled away. Batter is Josh Smith from the Colorado Rough Riders. 0-1 on him here. Ground ball to short. Fielded cleanly over there. Throw on to first is in time to end the inning. So out of the bullpen comes the player for the Saints in Aaron Hammond. He ends the inning, and we're on to the bottom half. 5-0 Grays. Bottom of the 8th we go here from Boulder. 5-0 the Gray home team. A little bit of a oxymoron there, but it's the way it is here in this ball game. They lead it over the Whites. And Sanjay Solomon comes on to pitch. Big right-hander from the Rough Riders. Delivers strike one. Kellen Pete will stand in to swing it. Pete from down in Parker, the Game Day Saints. Good news for Solomon is he's got his familiar backstop in Brock Downing doing the catching. This one lined into the left center field gap. That's going to get down. Pete's got himself at least a double, chugging around first. He may be thinking about 3, but he holds up after the wide turn at second base.
Pete's sake, he hammered that ball.
Jake Shapiro, everybody.
Now batting, Drew Sackett.
Drew Sackett will stand in after Kellen Pete pushed one out to the left center field gap. One Saint trying to drive in another. Hunter Hudson looks to get his first at-bat of the ball game as he waits on deck, the Boulder Collegian. And Sackett fouls this one away. Solomon takes a moment as he comes set. Now brings it home. 0-1's in for a strike. Go 2. Swing and a miss. So Solomon strikes out. The batter he faces here is a good pitch after the double. And now Hunter Hudson will be the batter.
Now batting for your Collegians, Hunter Hudson. Hudson.
No, don't play that. That's not what I wanted you to do.
Hudson will swing it from the left side here against the righty Solomon. A switch-hitting catcher is Hunter. Though he's playing third base in this game, there's no telling. Don't think he's gotten a ball over there yet. That'll be something to watch for. Runner takes off. Throw down from Downing. Skips in. Skips over the glove. And that will be a run. In to score comes Kellen Pete on the errant throw from Brock Downing. And it's 6-0 Grays now. On initial look, these rosters looked fairly even. I mean, you look at this, you got Game Day and the Collegians, kind of the Cougars, three of the middling but better teams in the league, against the Foxes, who've been the best team, along with the Sox, who have been pretty good. And then the Rough Riders and the Pirates have struggled this year, but still have their All-Stars split up amongst the two teams. But thus far, it's been all Grays.
If they gave me full commission over the Twitter account, our Twitter account, at Boco Collegians, I'd probably just put up a poll, Fox or Sox? Which one, guys, Fox or Sox? See, we got it split, 50-50. It's never happened before in human history, 50-50. No poll has ever finished 50-50 before.
Is this true?
I mean, you have to pick a side.
True.
It's sports talk radio right here. You can't just be 50-50. You can't wallow on an issue.
Have a take and don't suck. 1-2 pitches outside. And Fox or Sox? I'll take the Fox. Though Sox spelled with an X is classic.
I rock the Sox and the Fox.
See, now you're teetering. You have to pick one, Jake. The 2-2. And Hudson flies one down the left field line. If it stays fair, it won't. So, never mind. So, Hudson will do it again, 2-2.
I like that he wears number 11 because an 11 kind of looks like the letter H. And he's got two H's in his name.
Double H, almost a triple H.
Yeah. Triple H, pretty good wrestler.
You a big WWE guy, Jake?
No, that's like one of the only things I know.
Okay.
You?
No.
Yeah. And do some Ric Flair. Nature Boy.
Two missed high to Hudson, and the count's full.
Macho Man.
Randy Savage.
Hunter Hudson. Yeah, brother.
That's pretty good. So the Macho Man, Hunter Hudson, will stand in. 3-2 count. One away here in the 8th inning. One run already in for the Collegians. Or, excuse me, well, the Collegians and their partners in gray here in the All-Star game. And the 3-2 pitch missed high, ball 4. So Hudson draws a walk with one away.
Now batting, Carter Pennington.
So with Hudson aboard, Carter Pennington will be the batter from the Denver Cougars. Solomon would love a double play right here. And won't get it on that pitch as it's over the head of Downing and to the screen. Hudson up to second.
Ethan Jordan's got the pink shirt on today, but not the only pink we're seeing in the ballpark now. The pinks and purples are taking over the sky as the sun is setting in Boulder, Colorado, here at the foot of the Flatirons, the 40th parallel. Really beautiful sunset.
As is common here in this part of the state. One-0 is flown towards the left down the line, giving chase and making the grab over there is the Rough Riders player, and that will be the second out.
Giving chase. What are you giving chase?
Oh, I thought you were giving chase to someone.
Well, I thought you were giving Chase a gift or something.
No,
I was trying to figure out what Chase was receiving.
No, I give a bank to my friend. I give them a chase.
One of those weird words that's both a noun and an adjective. Is that a verb or an adjective? Giving chase. That's a verb.
Chase, because you're chase someone.
Verb.
Yeah.
Verb and a noun.
How did chase, a word that meant to chase someone, follow someone quickly, become a name?
I don't know. I mean, we've got a Kicks on our team, so That's the start of a long line of future first-named kicks.
Spelled with an X, just like socks, so that makes it that much better. Hudson takes off, throw down to third. Not in time, and Hunter Hudson swipes third base, looks over to the dugout to Eddie Toledo and says, "Send me more often, coach."
You know what the name kicks does, Ethan?
Kicks you into gear?
It kicks, yeah.
I think I know where you were going with that.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it there as we're a family broadcast network. 1-1 missed low. But how about Hunter Hudson swiping third base there? Got wheels.
Love it. I've been saying Hunter Hudson's one of the most aggressive catchers both on the field as a catcher and on the base pass that I've seen.
Why not? It's the All-Star game. Go ahead and swipe third. Swing and a miss. Matters the right fielder Dunaway. The 2-2 pitch to Kurt Dunaway is called. Strike three, fastball that painted the corner. Dunaway didn't think so, but he's gone on strikes. One more inning to go here from Boulder. 6-0. The Grays lead the Whites in the 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star Game.
Unique game we're going to be playing. It's very similar to 2 rounds.
Brett Erickson, the former Collegian, will stand in to lead off the 9th inning for the Whites as they look to try and keep this game going a little bit longer. 6-0 our score. The Grays leading the Whites here in this 2019 RMBL All-Star Game. Erickson has punished his former team so far this year, but it hasn't just been the Collegians. Erickson's batting .444 on the season. Been on base at a .538 clip.
Got to get a rally going here.
Unscheduled pitcher in the game here for the Grays as they had to switch some things up. Jackson Gordon from the Cougars is the new hurler. And the 1-1 missed inside. We'll see Brett again on Sunday as the Collegians will travel north to Fort Collins. Have that game right here for you on the Collegians Broadcast Network. I believe that first pitch is at 6. I know the first pitch on Saturday is at 6 for sure. We'll double check that and let you know.
Anybody you want? Anybody you want to hear from after the game?
Ooh, so many choices. I haven't been keeping a book, so I'm not sure if any Collegians had a big hit. I don't think so. This one lined towards left. This one's got some carry to it, and it will bounce
Stay
up
hot,
against
Brett.
and into the ivy. Fells through the ivy, picked up out there, and Brett Erickson's got himself a double. What a season he has had.
Starts off this inning correct for the Fort Collins Foxes and Team White. They needed a leadoff base runner. They got it because Brett Erickson is hot as a kettle.
And Erickson will get his teammate Tino Zach to try and drive him in. Zach's not having too bad of a season himself. In terms of players I want to talk to, so many Collegians here today, which is good to see. Caleb Martinez worked a clean third of an inning. Jake Olafson worked a clean 2/3 of an inning. Brendan Roselle plays in third base, made a nice play, drew a walk. We talked to Turner Davis earlier, so
Coaching staff is here as well.
we already gave David Linehan some crap for his performance in the coaches' challenge. But the rest of the coaching staff's here as well.
Kix Farrell is here at third base now playing. Maybe he's doing something.
I don't know. Is Kix here?
Kix is playing third base right now. Oh, that's Hunter Hudson, but Kix is here. I saw Kix earlier. I promise you Kix is here.
Yeah, Kix is running around here somewhere. A number of the Collegians are here supporting their teammates.
Kix told me he was going to play third base late in this game, so that's why I said that.
Who knows? Swing and a miss from Tino Zach. Oh, let's see. We can grab someone from one of the other teams, too. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
If they're feeling it. One-two pitch, and Zach fouls it away on a breaking ball. Chris Jimenez played today as well. Maybe we'll grab him. Who knows? Some Boulder Collegian or some player will join us in the booth or on the field following this game, so we'll hear from them. So stick around for that. A 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss from Zach, and there's the first out of the inning, and Gordon's 2 outs away from closing out this 2019 All-Star game.
Now batting, Michael Orvine.
Oyervides is going to be the batter. Dick Orcutt coming closer to give his player some instruction. Orcutt, of course, Oyervides' typical manager, as he is the manager of the Colorado Sox, managing here in this All-Star game. Mark Cerullo, the manager of the Cougars, on the other side of things. The coaching staff of each team still in the dugout, though, giving help to those 2 official managers. And the breaking ball misses outside. Collegians will be back in action against the Game Day Saints here at Scott Carpenter Park on Friday. First pitch at 5:30, a pair of games and beer night here, so come check that out. Can't make it? Well, you'll have to buy your own beer, but you can tune into the game right here on the Rocky Mountain, or here on the Colorado, or on the Boulder Collegians Broadcast Network. Not the Rocky Mountain Baseball League Broadcast Network. That's not a thing yet. This one's inside, 2-1. And the Collegians will play against the Colorado Sox on Saturday. It's a single game on that Saturday, and then they'll be up in Fort Collins against the Foxes on Sunday. Three and 1 the count here. The Whites trying to push through their first run of the ball game here in the 9th. This one fouled back to the screen off that pole there. And it's 3-2. By the way, update from Omaha. Vanderbilt has won another College World Series. Commodores victorious over the Michigan Wolverines. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. So Oyervide stays alive. We'll be back here also at Scott Carpenter Park on this coming Thursday. That'll be the 4th of July. And, of course, the big RMBL tournament held here. Not the playoff tournament, but a couple of teams from the RMBL will come through to play a tournament here against the Boulder Collegians. 4 games slated for that day. Collegians will play at 11 and 4:30, I want to say. Maybe a little later, 6:30 perhaps. Let me double check that. And that one misses outside. Ball 4. Oyervides draws the walk. So a pair of runners aboard. Jake Shapiro down in the dugout, trying to grab someone to come be an interview for us after this ball game concludes. So the Collegians will play at 11 and 6 on the 4th. So come out. Great way to celebrate 4th of July. Come out here to Scott Carpenter Park and watch some baseball. All day long we'll be here. Hope you come out and join us. The Foxes will be here, the Greeley Grays. Number of teams coming down to Boulder to play a little tournament action. And the Collegians will have games Friday and Saturday before taking a long road trip out to Kansas. Time asked for behind the plate. Runner took off, but time was asked for before that. Well, asked for so he could get back to second base. So there he is, first and second, 1 away. Chopper's wide at third. Oh, and 1 on Caleb Schaefer. And a breaking ball drops in, 0-2.
2-run double is Kalen Pete.
I think so. Yeah, Pete had that double.
And he was from what? Who? The Rough Riders or the Saints, right?
Yeah, not the Rough Riders for
the
sure.
Saints. That was a Saint. Yeah. It's hard to find their roster.
This one fouled back to the screen. Yeah, Pete's a Saint. You're right. He did have that double earlier. Wouldn't be a good guy. Wouldn't be a bad guy to grab.
Well, they actually picked the MVP. This isn't our call.
Oh, they're picking an MVP.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
He is one of the options. I'll put it that way. They prepared me with a couple of different people.
0-2. Called strike 3. And the Grays are an out away from taking home the victory here. Here comes Coach Cerullo. And they'll go back to the bullpen to grab a Boulder Collegian. What Collegian is this?
It's a Revo.
So Nick Arrivo is going to come on. Or no, that's Brennan Roselle.
Oh, it is Roselle. I knew it was something funky.
Yeah, Roselle has come on to pitch here in the All-Star game. I don't know what he negotiated with Coach Cerullo to let him pitch one out here, but he's going to get the chance. We saw Roselle pitch for the Collegians a few nights ago.
Now pitching from your Boulder Collegians.
Roselle, typically a position player. He has pitched an inning this year.
Now pitching from your Boulder Collegians, Brendan Roselle.
So Roselle gets loose. He'll be tasked with facing Brock Downing of the Colorado Rough Riders. So who knows in an All-Star game? Has a position player ever pitched in a Major League All-Star game? I don't think that's happened.
I couldn't answer that, Ethan.
I'm going to go with no.
I'm gonna lean towards no. They have so many pitchers now at those All-Star games.
But
They almost ran out like 2 years ago, actually.
But now a pitcher coming in to pitch here in the RMBL All-Star game. Things played a little differently here. Roselle just needs to get one out. Maybe Roselle looking to increase his chances of being named one of the MVPs. I don't know. Our Jake Shapiro will be with that MVP once this game concludes. Roselle just continuing to loosen up out there. He played third base earlier in the game, now coming in to pitch. So we're ready to go now. Roselle has 2 outs. Needs to retire Brock Downing in order to send the Grays home with the win here in this RMBL All-Star game. Roselle trying to hold the shutout and fires in a strike. So we'll see who that MVP is. You've got to imagine it will go to some form of pitcher with a shutout being thrown, but so many pitchers have thrown, it's tough to say. And there's a strike. 0-2. And Roselle has come out of the bullpen pumping strikes, despite not actually being a pitcher. Here's Roselle on 0-2 and missed high with it to Downing. Brennan Roselle ready. 1-2 count to Downing. Checks the runner. And Brennan brings it home. High fly ball out to left. Ryan there for it, and it's over his head. It'll land for a base knock. 1 run will score. And they'll hold the runner at third. Ryan just totally overran that ball. I'm not sure if he lost it in a light or what. But he was nowhere near where that ball landed. It landed behind him and to his left. So Nick Schiffner has a chance to make things a little bit interesting here. A single would likely make this a 3-run ball game. Runners at second and third, 2 away. Roselle trying to work out of the inning after some trouble defensively. That will go down as a hit, as the fielder was nowhere near it, but probably a ball he should have caught. And it's 1-1. Schiffner trying to keep the game alive here for the Whites. 1-1 is a breaking ball that doesn't do that much. And it's 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. That missed inside.
Not sweet. Too busy. I can go in there. Want to go? Wow, what did you guys say?
So 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss by Schiffner. And Roselle's got them down to their final strike. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Grays. 1 run on 5 hits for the Whites. Here's the 3-2. Line drive towards center. And it falls in front of Howard. That'll be a run and 2 as Downing comes in to score. And things a little bit interesting here in Boulder as the tying run now comes into the on-deck circle. With 2 away still. Schiffner staying at first. And the batter will be Tanner Gardner. Outfielder stands in from the right side against Roselle. Ground ball to short. Pete up with it there. Throw over to first is past the first baseman. It skipped in the dirt. Couldn't be picked. And both runners are going to be safe. Schiffner takes off for home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Gets away from the catcher. Runners going down to third. Is Gardner the throw in? Not in time. And so now the tying run comes to the plate here for the Whites. Things getting interesting with 2 away in the 9th inning. All of this occurring, all 4 runs, occurring with 2 outs in the inning. Of course, a couple runs were put on before runners were put on before those 2 outs, but all 4 runs scoring after 2 outs were reached. Pitch is high. Who's the hitter? So Clay Lockett is the tying run here in this RMBL All-Star game. I don't know about Gardner going down to third there. It was pretty risky, considering his run matters very little. And the 1-0's in for a strike. So a pair of errors in the inning have allowed the Whites to strike for 4. Still 2 runs away from tying this one up. 1-1 pitch. Did he go around? They'll check down to third. Rather, they'll say, why bother? It's 1-2. He definitely went. One strike away again is Roselle. Missed inside and high, ball 2. Run at third is Gardner. Tanner Lockett is the tying run at the plate. 2-2 from Roselle. Swing and a miss. And Brendan Roselle strikes out Clay Lockett, and that will end the 2019 Rocky Mountain Baseball League All-Star Game. The Grays, comprised of the teams of Game Day, the Boulder Collegians, the Colorado Pirates, and the Denver Cougars, win it 6-4. Jake Shapiro is down on the field waiting to find out just who the MVP will be. We were told that if it ended in a shutout, it would be the entire pitching staff being the MVP. But of course, the shutout was avoided, as our final score was 6-4. The tying run even got to the plate there in the 9th. I think Kellen Pete would probably be a guy who is considered for that MVP award, as he had that big RBI double. And Coach Eddie Toledo chatting it over with Coach Cerullo, trying to decide just who it will be. We'll see in a moment. But for now, 6-4, the win for the Grays. And Downing has come on here. I wonder if they're going to try and play another half inning despite the score in order to get some guys their playing time in this All-Star game. That appears to be what they're going to do. What? So it looks like they'll just play the bottom of the 9th to say they did. Of course, the win already going to the Grays for what it matters. But a couple of guys trying to still get their all-star time in, specifically the pitcher on the mound here. That being Craig Kraft. Kraft going to try and work a 9th inning here, so getting his all-star time out there on the mound. And a couple more at-bats for some guys on the Grays. So we'll still have that post-game interview for you after this bottom of the 9th inning. Not something you see all that often, the bottom of the 9th being played with the home team ahead, but that's the way we're doing it here. Brody Marino will be the batter for the Cougars. Throw down from Downing, and we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 9th.
Going to be tough for the white team to win this one here in the bottom of the 9th. Trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Don't know if I've ever seen that before in baseball.
No, we were just discussing that, how not very often do you see the home team come to bat with the lead in the bottom of the 9th.
Can you lose runs while playing offense?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, this one already a foregone conclusion.
Can you score runs playing defense?
Not in this sport.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, going to be tough then.
Yeah, things looking a bit dire for the team in white. This one flown to left. Nice play. Oh, well, no play made out there as it came off his glove.
Oh, man.
And this throw gets away. Now down to third goes the runner, and he is safe at third base with a Little League triple. So things continue here in Boulder.
They decided to keep playing.
Now batting, Drew Sack.
Ustask will be the batter now. Sack it in from the right side. Here's the pitch. And ground ball to short. That will be the first out of the inning. Well, nearly wasn't, as the throw was a little bit high, but taking care of it is the first baseman for the first out.
Now batting Darren Wood.
Darren Wood will get another hack at it here in this bottom of the ninth. Foregone conclusion is this one, 6-4. The gray team leads it. So they've already won. So they're the home team, and they swing it here in the bottom of the ninth just to get some guys some extra all-star playing time. Kraft's pitch missed inside. There's a strike. Fastball pumped in on the outside corner. Kraft ready. Here's his 2-1. Breaking ball sprayed foul. That one into the park off to our left. So we're 2 outs away from ending this game, despite the team at the plate not needing any runs. And the 2-2. Oh, and that one went behind him. And another run going to be tacked on here for the Grays. In to score is Marino from third. The good news is that one didn't catch the hitter at the plate in Wood. Never want to see a guy beamed in an exhibition game like this. 3-2 on him. And the 3-2, back to the mound. Kraft will underhand flip to first for the second out. Good news for the Collegians is they'll get another guy to the plate here in Connor Kosteka. So Connor gets another all-star at-bat.
Boulder Collegians, Connor Kosteka.
First pitch to Kosteka. He offered at it for strike one. Following the conclusion of this game, we'll be down on the field with Jake Shapiro and the MVP of this 2019 RMBL All-Star Game. This one missed high, so stick around for that. And we'll be back with you on Friday, if you're a Collegians fan, of course. You're on the Collegians Broadcast Network. Doubleheader against the Game Day Saints here from Boulder. And that one missed low. Two-one count on Kosteka. Next offering has flown high in the air, right up the chute. And it will get out of play. So 2-2 now to Kosteka. They need one out to end this ball game, despite the home team, the Grays, being up 7-4. Two-two on the way. Kosteka flies one or lines one down the right field line, but that one will get foul. So 3-2. That one missed in the dirt. As they'll toss this ball out of play. So 3-2 count on Connor Kosteka. 2 away. Bottom of the ninth. 7-4, the home team leads it. That clip on its own would sound very funny. And the 3-2 pitch missed high, ball 4. So Kosteka draws the free pass and will continue play here from Boulder.
Now batting number 11, Trevor Howard.
Trevor Howard will be the batter. Howard getting another go around here from his center field outfield spot. Came in relief of center field in this one. Ground ball to short. This ought to do it. Throw over to second is in time. They try and turn the double play anyway, but that will end the inning. So that will do it here for the 2019 RMBL All-Star Game. 7-4, the Whites win it in a full 9 innings of play. Or excuse me, the Grays win it in a full 9 innings of play. Funny to see the winning team go down in the bottom of the 9th. Jake Shapiro is down on the field. He'll grab whoever they name as the MVP. We'll go down to him in just a moment. Seven for our final. 7 runs on 7 hits for the Grays. 4 runs on 6 hits for the Whites. Teams will shake hands. Fun to see all those jerseys come together in the middle of the field. That Gray team once again comprised of the Game Day Saints, the Boulder Collegians, the Denver Pirates, and the Denver Cougars. Taking down the white team made up of the Fort Collins Foxes, the Colorado Sox, and the Colorado Rough Riders. All-Star break continues tomorrow. No games on the slate. And Friday, all the teams will be back at it. And we're just about ready for Jake Shapiro, I believe, has snagged himself Kellen Pete down there. We'll see.
Down on the field with RMBL All-Star Game MVP, Game Day Saints' very own Kellen Pete. Kellen, it's got to be a pretty cool honor for you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Where does this rank for you? What other cool honors have you accomplished over your baseball career?
I made a varsity team my junior year. That's pretty cool, I think. That's about it. Pretty average player, just right hit at the right time, I guess.
What'd you see on that double, 2-run double that ended up really changing the game for you guys there in Gray?
I was just looking for a fastball somewhere around the zone, and luckily I got that and drove it to left center, so I got a double.
Be honest, you failed. Everyone was trying to go Yabo in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I failed.
Okay, one more for you. As you go to the second half of the season, I know you guys just clipped the Foxes. First loss handed the Foxes all year. I heard some of the trash talk here back and forth. Got to be pretty cool for you.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think we have a really good team, and I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds.
Go get in that photo. Go get in that photo. Congratulations to all our 2019 RMBL All-Stars. Come grab this picture, parents.
So that is Jake Shapiro with Kellen Pete, the All-Star MVP, as you see the team getting photographed down on the field. 7-4 our final score here. The Grays beat the Whites, but it's all a friendly matchup at the end of the day as the teams come together for a picture. Those are your RMBL All-Stars. Once again, your All-Stars for your Boulder Collegians: Turner Davis, Hunter Hudson, Chris Jimenez, Nick Arrivo, Brendan Roselle, Jake Olafson, Caleb Martinez, Jackson Hewlett, and Connor Kostecka. So that will just about do it for us here tonight in Boulder. We will see you if you're a Collegians fan, of course, or if not, and you want to tune in and watch the Collegians game, we more than welcome you. We will see you on Friday. First pitch is at 5:30 here from Scott Carpenter Park against the Game Day Saints. We'll talk to you then. So for our producer, engineer Mitch Sanchez, does such a wonderful job making all of this work. And for my partner in the booth, Jake Shapiro, I'm Ethan Jordan saying so long from Boulder, where the Collegians and the hometown Grays win it 7-4. Good night.